race day in Spielberg for this year's Austrian Grand Prix. Not long to go before our drivers hurtle off the line and into the first turn, the Niki Lauda curve. It was renamed in 2019 in memory of one of Formula One's most beloved figures. It's one of the shortest laps on the calendar today then, with 7 rights and just 3 lefts, making up the 10 corners of this high-speed circuit. Turn 2 is barely a corner at all. They'll be flat out through there, a left-hand kink into the uphill braking zone of Turn 3. Turns 1, 3 and 4 are all potential opportunities to overtake. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Nico Hülkenberg lines up on pole position and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Hamilton, George Russell and Leclerc, Perez, Norris, Fernando Alonso and Yuki Tsunoda, Ocon, Gasly, Daniel Ricciardo and Vettel, Bottas, Stroll, Alex Albon and Kevin Magnussen, Mick Schumacher, Latifi, Joe and Iceman. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me once again for coverage of today's race is none other than the great Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Iceman. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
It's been a really solid year so far. There have been some incredible standout performances, but what's really impressed me has been the consistency. With this kind of form, I'm expecting another great race today.
Nice move, good job. Okay, we can take you this lap. Understood, stopping this lap. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. park firm, mate.
A hard-fought win today then, after a very difficult race. Well, Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today, but what set them apart from the rest?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Here comes your top three, making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Iceman takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for Driver of the Day?
I have to give it to Iceman. They did a great job at getting the most out of their tyres without losing pace, something that's a very handy skill to have in modern-day Formula One.
It's time to check out the Constructors' standings. The current leaders continue to extend their lead at the top. There was also a strong showing from the Mercedes team today, as they make their way up the standings. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.